Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. It's still Sunday morning. I did that one video at 1, and then I had scheduled to talk to my son at 5, and so now it's about 6:30. Oh, man. You know, come tomorrow when I got to go back to work, I'm going to wish I slept more. But I thought instead of doing a trick for you, I'm going to teach you something. All right? I'm going to teach you something that once I teach you, you'll learn the concept, and this is going to probably screw up about 90% of all the tricks out there for you. But now, for those of you guys that, you know, you like magic and all this, you already know this. This is one of the simple, you know, simple things. But like if you ever have somebody go like, you know, here, you know, where do you want me to cut these cards? Let's say, and they go, oh, do it right here. And you go, are you sure? Right? And you sit there, there you go. There's where you cut to. But I promise you, you just cut to the 8 of diamonds. That is the 8 of diamonds that you cut to. Oh, imagine that. Okay, I can put these back. Spread these out again. And say, do it again. Okay, this time you're going to really fool me. You're going to get way down there. Okay, there you go. You cut to the King of Hearts. Imagine that. All right, that's called a force. If you can force a card on somebody, they think it's a random choice or whatever. If you can force a card, in other words, I'll force you, and there's 1,000 ways to do it. That's just one of many ways. But the whole bottom line is, if you can force this card on me, then when you start making predictions, you know, for example, I did a little bit of this not too long ago. If you know you're going to force the Ace of Clubs on me, you know it. I go, okay, there's my prediction. You're going to cut to that card, right? Ace of Clubs is right there. And I can fan them out. And there's so many different ways you can do this. But you come at somebody like that, and I don't care where they do it, all right? There's the Ace of Clubs. There's what you cut to. And you go, okay, this is what you cut to. There we go. Oh my God, am I so great? Okay, it's called a force. And as long as you can, you know, there's books on it, tutorials on it. There's 1,000 ways to force a card. But once you already know what the card is, there's nothing you can't do. Everything else is drama and BS, right? You can be, oh, I'm psychic. I can figure this out, you know, and all that. It's just drama school. All right, because you already know. You could make this prediction. If you've ever seen anybody, they'll put it in a sealed envelope. Put it over here, and then you're ripping it up, you know, or it's impossible that I could know that, okay? That's one way to do a force. And then I'll save another way. I may do that next couple times, just show you different ways to force a card. But on this one, all you do, see the 7 of clubs? When you spread them out, put that 7 right about there. They're not going to be able to see it, but that's sort of what it looks like when you got them spread out. So then, if they say cut there, see how that works? But you're doing it, you don't have to do it super fast, just normal moves. But to them, and then you don't look, then you can put them back. Now you can sit there and go, oh, let me show. I already know it's a 7 of clubs. I can do anything I want now. The rest of it's a show. I can deal cards. Doesn't matter. I already know what it is. So there you go. That's just a little bit of Magic 101 called a force. And if you want to really learn some even slicker ways than that, that blow people away, once you can learn how to force a card, shoot, man, it's over. Almost ain't nothing you can do. There you go. All right, we are on session 4 of the WINN, Whalen Inspired, no name, do what you want type of thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. And we'll start right there. All right. And we're off. All right, there's a 12, meaningless. There's a 5. There's a 5. And there's nothing saying too. Hold on, let me get through this real quick and I'll share something else with you. Ooh, 2 11s in a row. There's a 6. 5. 6. 12. And so for those of you that are going, look at all that money I'm missing. There's a 4. But I'm really only risking very little money. Anyway, that 4 pays me 2. And we'll just, as always, we'll keep the first one. But let's just say you wanted to put some out there to begin with. Then you're just going to have to make your lay bigger, which makes your risk a little bit bigger. So this way, you're going to try to build from minimum and go up. But there's nothing saying, I mean, you got a big enough bankroll, as long as that 10 don't come. You sit there and put $500 on there, and that gives you, a couple $100 you can put out there. You make money, make money, make money, make money, make money. But of course, when that thing hits, because you've seen it. You've seen me get hit. But, it's just whatever your logic is. Mine is try to go small. You can. There's another 4. All right, so now I can keep 1. And let's go ahead and pop the 9. So now that's profit. There's the 7. Lose 50, win 50. That's a tie. So I'll just keep everything out. Everything's on. There's a 5. Everything's on. 6. 11. 6. 4. Well, we're banging them 4s. So now we can keep 1, and now let's just throw the 6 out there. Remember, you're still in profit. You can, I've got, if I put this 100 back, I've got 1, I'm in 125, I got $150 profit right now. Yeah. So you can take that 10 off. Like I explained in my last video, I just don't want to have to go backwards on it. I would rather this stand on its own, and if I lose this, I'll use the lay to get that back while I'm still trying to make money. But again, it's your call. Do what you want. Because eventually this 10 will hit. There's a 12. I want to see. There's the 8. I had the 6. Ain't that life? There's the 7. Okay. But you're not losing all this. You are, but it's profit. Except for that one. Okay. So we lose. We lose that. But I still get 50 there. In my 100, I'm still full. My rack is still full. But I still get full. Okay, so let's bring it back out. I'm going to use this. You could easily, too, just so you know, you don't have to do this. Like I just told you, you can, you know, put a couple $100 down on the lay. That gives you $100. You can just go across or whatever you want. You know, it don't have to be this. That's why it's called Winn. No name. Okay, there's an 8. There's a 6. There's a 9. There's a 7. Lose 25, win 50. That's, you know, it's still pure profit. If you don't want to keep one, which I like keeping the first one, you can go ahead and take that profit and just go ahead and add something if you want. I like always dragging something. There's a 5. There's a 4. Boy, we're getting them 4s. That's good. Alright, so I'm going to add that 8, but still drag that one. If I get popped with the 7 now, that's pretty much still all the profit, except minus that one. You know, no big deal. Alright, there's the 8. 25, 35. Now, if you're on a $10 table, you can start popping these, you know. But anymore, when I go to LaBerge there in Lake Charles, you got $15 tables early. Wee hours of the morning or early in the morning. But boy, once it gets into that late afternoon into the night, it goes up to 25. So that's why I always do it this way. Really. Alright, so we will just let's take that one. We got enough numbers here covered that we can, you know, do some kind of damage. Now I do want to cover that 5, but look at the 4s. And if you guys have ever noticed in gambling, it's pockets, rhythms, pockets, 4, 4, 4, 4. It could be get hit, get hit, get hit. You know, everything has rhythm, and it's just really weird. So anyway, there's the 50 for that. Let's grab the 5 and put that there. A 7 is okay right now. Even the 10 would be okay. I mean, there's a 9. There's a yo 11. I'll show you something here. There's a 9. There's a 6. 25. 35. Now watch. Take this lay off. I still got to put a quarter right here. I'm going to take that from here. So I've still got my rack. So what am I up? 100, 200, I don't know, maybe close to 300. Where that 10 is only worth 50 bucks. But it is 50 more than you'd have had. This is all profit. And then if the 7 comes, you lose your profit, but gain 50. That's sort of why I like keeping it there. Now, this is just all profit. If I get a 7 now, it all goes away. And, but, you know, whoops, there's a 5. You're set up, though. 25, 35. Let's keep 10. Let's grab the 10. But it all started, and there's the 7. That's the sucky part. You know? Yeah, it's profit. Didn't hurt you. But the old elephant graveyard. Ugh. All right. And so we're still up. Almost 200 bucks. So we'll come back out and start this mama again. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Not a bad little run. There's a 5. I'd have $50 more if I'd have kept that 10 up, though. 5, 6, 5. Wow, 3 5s. 8, 6, 8. Oh my gosh. 8, 2. Now I hear some of you out there. Well, why don't you just take that profit? Look at all the money that you'd have made right here. That's a true statement. But put all your profit out there and hit that 7, you'll be crying the blues too. All that profit, all that work went out the window. There's a 6. It's not so much, there's a 2, what you win, it's how little you lose. There's an 8. Another 6. There's the 7. That's a $25 winner. Okay? So I'm going to add that to my profit. And then if we get some other win, there's the 7. Lose that, win 50, that's 25. So guess what? I'm just going to stack that 4 now. Just 4s have been coming, why not? There's a 9. If I can get another 4, there's a 5, that was close. Then I can do some more stuff. 3, 4. It worked out, right? So I get 100 on that one. So now I can pocket 50, and now let's just cover the 6 and the 8 with the profit. Actually, let's back off that 4. Just cause. There's a 10. Okay. I'm in profit. I don't necessarily have to do anything here, but and some of you wouldn't. But now I'm going to make the 10 pay for itself. I'm going to go 2 here to get that 100 back. Leave everything else still out here. I'm going to use the 10 separately now. There's an 11. There's a 3. There's an 8, while I hopefully still make money. 35. Right now, I want to concentrate on adding and getting that money back. So, a 7 would be okay. I don't care. There's a 6, but let's just keep money coming. Now, remember, I've won, all this stuff you got to keep in your head. I've won about 60 bucks, 70 bucks. If I get 2 more, then I can go ahead and get my 100 back. I can go ahead and if I get my 100 back this way, then I can let it go. Or hit the 7. This is all profit anyway. Then get my 100 back. So I'm about 70 right now. There's a 6. I'm close to getting it back right now. And then actually I can take that off. Actually, I don't want to though. I want that 100 if that 7 comes. There's an 8. Let's just keep on trucking with what we got. Like so. Let's add the 5. There's a 6. Now the 10 has become its own little world to me right now. Seven out. This was all profit anyway, which is separate than this. So I get 100 there. Okay. So put all that back. Rack is flush except for 1. Let's do this. There. Here's what I'm up right now. So now I can come back out. I'm not burning this profit. I'll burn profit from what I make now to come up, but I'm not taking my profit back. I hate going backwards. So here we go. There's a 4. 4s are good. We get 50. And let's go ahead and rack one now. Let's grab us an 8. There's an 11. There's the 7. No big deal. That was profit. Okay, lose all that. But I win 50 there, which will put that back. Profit's gone, but I still gain a quarter. Are you with me? Alright. I'll make this live and die on its own. And everything else I keep separate, sort of, kind of. Alrighty, here we go. There's the 7. Well, that's net quarter. Okay, I'll keep that one. 9. Let's just keep building that profit. There's another 4. 4s are abound. So now I sit here. I'll keep 1. Let's add the 8 this time. There's a 3. 9. 4. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's keep 1 and add 1. I'm getting close. Matter of fact, I'm probably there. So I'm going to take that 100 there off. And then just see what we can do. There's an 8. No reason to go nuts right now. Let me change this real quick. There's 50. Now, there's 500 in this rack right here. This is excess. Okay, there's what I'm going to walk away with no matter flipping what. Alright, so if you want to, you can, doesn't really matter. That's another 100 you could keep. This is your call. Try to make something happen here. But remember, not long time ago, but I've always talked about guarantee and excess. Guarantee and excess. This is excess. I got the 5 that I need to take home to mama, pay my bills, whatever. Let's see if this can ride. I won't be sad if it loses, but let's see if I can make that give me a few extra bucks, then take it all down. But, 7 could come at any moment. So there's 35. Alright. Now I've just added another 40. I've got 40 bucks. So it's 540 bucks. Put some, add some. Put some, add some. There's a 5. Like so. We can go ahead, add the 9 if we want. Add some. Now, if it goes too long, you might want to think about a regression. And if I get another hit, there's an 8. That's worth 35. Some people will say, well, look, this is all, you already got it. Just keep building half, taking half, building half. But there's something that happens to the brain at the same time. Let's say I just have a hell of a roll and I've got this 300 or 400 bucks up there, and then that 7 comes. I start thinking, damn, I could have had 400 over just by not being greedy. I know the 7 hasn't come in a while, so what's wrong with this move? Regress to here. Now let's see if you can build that up again. It's all good at this. It's all good at this juncture. There's the 8. Okay, so now if you want to, you can build the 8, rack another 5. There's another 4. Oh my God. There's a 5. There's an 8. That one's worth 75 for 5. It's worth $70. Now, if you want to, add another. Get the 6 built up. Take 50 more. See what we're doing? Excess. Add, build. Double regress if it's going good, and build it up again. Nothing wrong with that. There's the 10. See, I took that lay down a long time ago. There's a 9. 12. But there's no better feeling in the world when you know you got your nut sitting right there and you can't get hurt. Then you can just be smart. There's another 10. There's an 8. Hell, man, I don't even have any more quarters. I'm going to have to, let's see here. I get paid $75. Well, we'll go 100 for 20, for 25, and then I owe it 5 more. 75 for 5, yeah. We'll do it that way. Oh yeah, looky there. Okay, there's another 8. We'll take 100 because if I could pay myself 70, I could go 50, 60, 70. I could do that. Now, if you're on a $15 table, which a lot of times they are, now you can sit here. Them 4s have been popping. Let's go ahead and grab that and just add to our stash. There's an 8. That's worth $70. I don't even have any quarters, so we'll go 100, and I'll give this back 35. Oops. 35, 10, 35. 30. I don't have to give him back $30. Alright, I get to keep that 100. Alright. I need to take one of these. There, my rack is good. This is building up. Now let's take 15 more. Let's add the 10. There's a 9. There's a 7 out. Okay. No worries. Now we get to go home. Alright, so that is 500. We already know that. That's our nut. That's what we came there for. But now, because I did it that way, this is what I added from my excess, because I kept adding, building, regress, build, So now, that 10, we're automatically going to go to the dealer. Now we're going to get 100 here. So we added $350 onto the 500 of our guarantee. That's a perfect scenario, but there you go. And then we can add it to our total, get another 100. And there we go. So now we got $2,425. We got half of our bankroll back. That was session 4. So we're 4-0. We're doing good. Play it. That's the new strategy. The WINN. Whalen Inspired No Name. Pretty much do Do what you feel you need to do based off that first move. That's it. All right, what time is it? Probably 7 something in the morning. And I'll be taking naps throughout the day. But I will be back. Till the next time. Be great.